Hi, I'm Anthony Coxon, President of the Australian Chiropractors Association, and welcome to my April President's Message. March has been a difficult month for many of you, I know, with floods and more lockdowns. Wherever you are in the country, I hope you're doing well. March was also the first month that the ACA released Mobility Month, a program designed to encourage people of the public to tune in with their spines and check in on their flexibility, their strength and their balance, all critical aspects of mobility. This was not only successful in Australia, but also got interest overseas. And now the Canadian Chiropractic Association and also the New Zealand Chiropractic Association are interested in running this program in their respective countries next year. So 2022, Mobility Month goes global. Now I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the ACA marketing and direction. And this is often, I think, one of the greatest challenges is for the ACA to get the entire membership on board with where we're going. Sometimes these divisions are on philosophical lines, but often they're on the chiro hat versus the marketing hat lines. And this is not to say that a marketing company should be directing the vision for the ACA, far from it. However, we need to listen to marketers in order to really understand the market that we're promoting to and how we can shift and change behaviours. So let's consider the landscape. Chiropractic represents less than 1% of the national health force, and we've talked about this in previous videos. We also know that overwhelmingly people who attend chiropractic care for the first time do so because of low back pain, neck pain and headaches. We also know that musculoskeletal type problems are ubiquitous in society, and both at a government level and also at an individual level, people are looking for solutions to these sorts of problems. So while chiropractic certainly it should not be limited to a musculoskeletal approach, it's clear that we can play a major role in this area, and it's an area that we really need to own as a profession moving forward. Recently, the ACA engaged with Fit Brand and partnerships to help develop the compelling story for chiropractic, to get us all singularly focused on the direction in which we need to move. Now, Fit Brand have completed phase 1 of that process, and they made 3 very interesting observations. The first one is that chiropractic as a profession is fairly internally focused. In other words, we look more to what chiropractic means to us than what it means to the public at large. Secondly is that chiropractic has no mass feeders. Say for example, if a person has a musculoskeletal problem and sees a GP, they are more likely to be fed to physiotherapy than chiropractic. And thirdly is that the growth of chiropractic compared to similar professions is not growing at the same kind of rate. Now, there's no doubt chiropractic punches above its weight. We have good penetration into the community at large, but the reputation of chiropractic is significantly lower in people who have not experienced chiropractic care versus those who have. In fact, that jumps about 20%, making it on par with GPs and physios, but only after they've had a chiropractic experience. So we need in our marketing to be very focused on what is going to ultimately change the reputation and cultural standing of the profession, so that people won't feel those barriers to taking that first step in to visit with a chiropractor. So how might this play out in the upcoming Spinal Health Week? Well, if we think about external and internal focuses, external focus means presenting a message out to the public who have not experienced chiropractic care before. We know that last year the Consider a Chiro tagline was very successful and had a great uptake, and what we're doing now is adding and changing slightly the secondary tagline that goes with it. So it will be simple as sore back, consider a chiro. And OPR will be able to develop taglines associated with that should get very good media uptake. We had a great response to this in 2020 with myself appearing on the Channel 7 breakfast show and John Devoy making 2 significant national media appearances as well. So from the external perspective, that part is taken care of. But the message needs to be nuanced a little bit for the internal messaging. In other words, how you may portray this in your practice. Both the external and the internal need to have some continuity between the two of them, but the messaging needs to be nuanced and a little different. So for example, the 3 poster series that we're encouraging you to use in your practice talk about things such as stuck in a slump, not moving like you used to, or keeping a healthy back. And these are all, I guess, the messages that you can use, whether it's on posters, in pamphlets, with your social media, to engage with your existing patients, to help reactivate previous patients, or to market yourself within your community. And of course, the success of something like the Consider a Chiro program depends very much on your involvement. So I'd please encourage you, do get involved, use your ACA logos, and really let's make Consider a Chiro a really great one for 2021. And finally, the Australian Commission on Safety and Quality in Healthcare has recently produced clinical guidelines related to back pain. Now, this is something that people can make submissions in, whether you're a peak body such as the ACA or an individual chiropractor like the person I'm speaking to now. You have the opportunity not only to read these recommendations and the draft report, but also to contribute to it. So this information is available to you. Just look on the ACA website or in the April edition of the Australian Chiropractor, and you can click away and make your contribution. From an ACA perspective, we'll be looking to get feedback from our various committees before the board makes final decisions, and that final report and submission from the ACA goes to the Commission. But it's certainly showing you that next level of involvement and where the world is moving as far as healthcare, and the importance that really ACA needs to play from here moving forward. Well, that's it for me. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to speaking with you again on my next President's Message.